Hey, Omega.
Yes, Gunner.
So, the really funny thing about all of this nonsense is that when you go on a nationally broadcasted television show and you blast your former boss about comments that they made about your current business, isn't that like normal day-to-day shit that would happen in any other place at any other time?
See.
So why did it especially hurt when I noticed that there was a particular beast on SportsCenter today, and he made particular comments about a particular person and just absolutely destroyed them? I'm not gonna lie. But to get the answer to that question, we'll start the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wooo Get Serious. My name is Gunner. That is Omega BR.
I'd like to formally apologize to Yankum DDS over the comments I made in the previous week. Given the recent events, I'm apologizing for suggesting that SS stood for Subway sandwiches. I think we can all agree it would be better served that it would stand for Soldiers of Genocide.
Wouldn't that be SOS?
No, that would be SOG.
It would be.
Can we just go on with the show?
Alright, let's get started with the news here. Dave Meltzer had a chance to look over at the Lucha Underground contract, which appears to be pretty one-sided. The contract is for 7 seasons, and what determines the season is how long one lasts appears to be up to the company. There is an option to terminate a deal after every season, with 6 months no-compete clause after the talent's last TV appearance. Rob Feinstein offered to help AAA after their pay-per-view problems, but he was turned down. And at the end of G1 Climax, it was announced that Ring of Honor will be coming to Japan. The company was briefly dark on Dish Network, but a temporary deal between them and Sinclair Networks has reached, and they've worked out terms. So interesting things in the not WWE department of the world.
Well, it seems like if they went an extended amount of time without having a season, it would probably be pretty easy to get out of said contract, but just on paper, that seems pretty... Remember, Lucha Underground wanted to get guys like the Young Bucks, and they refused because of contracts like these, pretty much, where you're pretty much locked in for, 7 seasons?
Yeah, a ridiculously long amount of time, an indeterminable amount of time, and they could release you at any point in time.
An executive producer for Lucha Underground said there's a 99% chance that Season 2 will happen, but we still haven't heard anything about it, so until it actually does happen, everybody's sort of waiting in the wings. I wouldn't necessarily want to be a Lucha Underground roster member, although they are allowed to take bookings and such.
Just as long as they're not in competing things, and Lucha Underground decides to, when they decide to do something, when they decide to pull you, they'll pull you, and that's what happened with Hernandez.
I believe Feinstein said of the offer, I think the reason AAA kind of turned him down was because of his reputation, and B, because they really don't want a middleman. They don't want. They did this pay-per-view on their own. They wanted it to be on their own, basically. And the thing is, I think Feinstein didn't realize it wasn't an iPay-per-view. It was a true pay-per-view, so he couldn't necessarily help anyway.
Right. And it's really, they really do need help to get pay-per-view going. I'd be very surprised if they did another pay-per-view and it had the same technical problems. But I really hope that they can get their shit together.
Hopefully so. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, the audio problems, as long as you can see it and you don't need to hear it, I think is better. I would rather see it and not hear it than not see it and hear it. You know what I mean? Especially with that commentary. Goodness. But speaking of being seen and not heard, it said that Josh is a lock to receive an offer from WWE whether he wins or loses Tough Enough. Although the results seem to suggest that he is on the track to win. Stephen Amell injured himself doing lifts with a bar when it slammed into him and pushed both of his molars into his tongue, taking out a chunk and swelling it up, though he should be good to compete this Sunday. Apparently, WWE archivist Ben Brown and WWE Senior Director of Talent Development Canyon Kim were backstage for the Evolve I pay-per-view in Queens this past weekend, and WWN's Gabe Sapolsky and Sal Hamoy will be backstage at NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn, fueling more rumors that WWE will be working with WWN in some capacity. And in an interview recently, former writer Christopher DeJoseph says that Triple H was ultimately planned to be the anonymous general manager.
Oh, that's not surprising.
What happened to that Amell guy again?
He bit his tongue.
Jesus!
Right.
That's off. Those bars, I don't know what kind he was using, but I remember the ones that I used in high school were 45 pounds, so I would imagine that coming down and forcing you to bite your tongue. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it hurts. So we got 2 pay-per-views this weekend, unless you haven't realized. We have TakeOver in Brooklyn, and then we have SummerSlam, which should be interesting. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Sapolsky and the WWE end up doing together. Hopefully it'll be something good.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's more about WWE getting first crack at prime talent, but it could be a positive thing, I think, at least on their end.
Right.
So I don't remember which one Josh is. Is that the big Yeti dude?
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
Well, he's actually pretty decent. He's a nice guy. He's got a lot of physicality. He is kind of a total package in a way. I mean, the Yeti thing is kind of, I personally think I'm kind of whatever on it, but it is something to latch on to. And the 2 times that Josh has been up against ZZ in the bottom 3, including tonight, Josh actually got more votes than ZZ. So, and of course Josh is the favorite company-wise, so it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. Josh will get a contract whether he wins or loses. ZZ, I'm not so sure. But I think Sarah Lee's pretty much been a lock to win on the female side for quite a while.
She does make those really good cheesecakes. No one? Anyone? Really? Okay, alright. Well, for the 5 people that laughed, thank you. So
Maybe I don't think she'll be hired as long as Vince McEdmonds is in charge.
right. Okay, so the thing that I was talking about at the Open was Lesnar was on SportsCenter this week, or today actually, this morning. Basically, he talked about Lesnar was asked about Dana White's recent fake comments on Twitter about pro wrestling. Lesnar said, "Of course it's fake. Everybody knows that, but Dana is still promoting the same thing WWE is promoting." Lesnar says it just happens WWE gets more longevity out of their fighters. He says if you can't turn WWE on Monday nights and get entertainment out of the show, something's wrong with you. Lesnar called it the same racket, and Lesnar believes that Vince McMahon may be better than Dana, and that Dana may rub Dana the wrong way. Lesnar says Vince is a pioneer, and it's damn good about what he does. Basically, what he went on about is that there was this comment at one point or another at the last UFC event Dana White made on Twitter that basically, yeah, the fake shit should be $9.99. And while he has respect for everyone who does this stuff, he still says it's still fake. And it's like, it's completely disrespectful to, the particular era that he's kind of stealing from, to an extent. I don't understand why why he buried us, and we talked about this before, a couple weeks ago. Let's see. So, what do you guys think of this Lesnar thing?
I think that's probably the truth in a lot of ways. I think UFC has a lot more mainstream appeal, but as anything that is more kind of real and raw and such than something that's more theatrical, for lack of a better word.
Right.
I think, and it's true that WWE, if you, for as hard as they train and wrestle and they're on the road and everything, the fact of the matter is, you can have a guy like John Cena who's been on top for over a decade, but a lot of these fighters, they train for maybe 2 to 3 fights a year, and then if they aren't kind of steadily on top, then, that's pretty much it. I mean,
right.
There was a time when Brock Lesnar was the big hot thing in UFC, and now you have other guys like McGregor and Ronda Rousey, although the thing about Rousey, too, is that, a lot of people agree that the UFC women's division, or the bantamweight division anyway, is sort of a joke, and Rousey is a huge fish in a Dixie cup, so to speak. So, for as popular as she is, there's always the threat as well of, losing. I mean, I remember when, I can't even remember her name. Hang on, it'll come to
Kat
me.
Morano?
No, Gina. I think it's Gina.
Gina Carano?
Yep. Gina Carano was in that spot that Rousey was in, as far as being, this lovely physical fighter, all that good stuff. And then she lost, and then we haven't really heard from her since.
Well, we have. She's the one that people are saying that they're going to face. She's going to face at whatchamacallit, in December at Dallas.
Carano?
I thought it was. Or
you're thinking of Cyborg.
Oh, okay, Cyborg. Yeah. So basically, what we have here is, it's just the difference between the two is that you have to have a lot more fighters in the ring, and you can get a lot more people in your promotion to be able to fight and do things and be characters, essentially. In the UFC than you do with the WWE, because the WWE people last so long. I mean, shit. Undertaker? I mean, come on. He's been around since 92 or 91, one of the two. And he's, which is just about as long as the majority of you who are listening to this podcast have been alive. Not us, because we're old as fuck, but, it's just very strange. And
Well, I don't think he meant. I don't think he. I think it was a poor choice of words. But as I said, when you're on Twitter and you're dealing with somebody, that tends to happen, no matter who it is. I think people kind of blew it out of proportion. I think guys like Lesnar and even CM Punk have kind of come out with it in the idea that it's not insulting or even wrong to call it fake, but you respect the entity as it is. It's not to say it's fake isn't to disregard it. It's just, but you have to understand it, that it is something that as they said, it was the pioneer for the UFC and everything. Would UFC have ever had a chance? I remember back when UFC was legitimately, there really were no rules, because if you made a rule and a guy said, well, I have to be able to do that because it's part of my fighting style and that sort of thing, would it become this sort of empire that it is now? Maybe not, but I'm losing my train of thought here. So. Why don't we get into
the 15-minute time limit here?
Yeah, why not?
All right. All right, 15-minute time limit. We're talking this week about SummerSlam, obviously. We could talk about a little bit about NXT Brooklyn. We might do that too. But SummerSlam, we'll get started with that first. There are a lot of matches. 4 hours long.
Yeah, here's the thing. SummerSlam, do you realize 10 matches on this card? 10.
4 hours, 10 matches.
I can't remember the last time they had a card this big. Possibly 9.
WrestleMania? WrestleMania would be the biggest one that I could think of, maybe a couple of years ago.
Possibly, yeah. But, they tend to stick pretty 6, 7, 8. There might have been a 9 once or twice, but somebody tweeted us and tell us the last event where there were 10 matches.
Sparkstar, at Sparkstar. I'll be paying attention to that.
That being said, a lot of these matches probably, well, not a lot, but some of these could have been cut.
Right.
For example, Randy Orton versus Sheamus again.
Again.
It's just the feud between them. It's not that they have bad matches or anything. It's just the feud between them seems to be perpetual in its continuity, where nothing really changes. Like Orton's really stuck in this weird position. No matter who he faces, really, he's stuck in this position where he's a top guy. He's not in the title picture. So, that being said, what can he really do except kind of feud with these guys and even beat them, and then just has more matches, I guess. I don't know who will win.
It doesn't matter, really.
I'm just gonna say Orton, because Orton could win clean and nothing would change. And
right.
So what I'm trying to say is that in the end, it doesn't really matter.
No, what I'm trying to say is all I need is a beautiful girl.
No, what he's trying to say is all I need is love. All right, here. Let's see. Ziggler, Rusev. The I don't have any chemistry between these two people, Lana and Ziggler, against Rusev and a cardboard cutout of Lana.
Well, I think the match will be good. I think these are two talents that really kind of get underutilized. I think Rusev is, I've said it before, I think Rusev has shades of a Brock Lesnar in the sense that, his athleticism and everything, and Ziggler's always looking to it's not just a moniker. He does quite often find ways to kind of steal the show. What who do you think will win?
Good analysis there. I got Rusev.
I'm actually going to say that Ziggler will win. Because I think this is a feud that can continue. But as we know, in typical WWE sense, feuds don't continue because the bad guy won. They continue because the good guy won and the bad guy wants to lose some more.
Right.
I got Ziggler on this one too. It's perfect for him to come back and get his revenge at the pay-per-view.
Oh no, you're right. Yes, you're right. Never mind. I wasn't thinking. I thought this was their actual first match. No, this is their second. So yeah, Ziggler wins.
Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. Speaking of stealing the show.
Match of the night. I'm calling it right now.
The only thing that worries me is that they've actually fought each other kind of a lot on TV recently. So for them to do this pay-per-view match, not to mention on a 10-match card, they really need to bust something new out. Because that's not what happened with the Cena-Owens trio. You know, by the third match, almost everything was the same. So I'm hoping that they can find some ways to really, ramp it up. And, hopefully they get a decent bit of time. But again, 10 matches, things might get squeezed a bit.
Mm-hmm. I definitely hope that they can, get out there and pull out all the stops and really show what both of them are capable of. I don't know that it'll happen, though, with, like you said, time constraints, and with as much as they've faced each other already, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot that they can pull out that they haven't already.
Well, I could see potentially Owens going low and getting the disqualification or something, but I'm kind of edging toward Owens winning just because I feel like he needs it more at this point.
Right. I think Owens needs it more than Cesaro does, and I think that'll be the winner there. Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Thank God they didn't add a third member to the Wyatt family.
Really don't care, and really think this is probably going to last another... Unless something dumb happens, like Dean Ambrose joining the Wyatt family. Which happens.
God, now you've said it, it's going to fucking happen. Thanks for fixing this Omega BR.
Yeah.
Fucking
Ew.
dick.
Yeah, I know.
Ew.
It will.
Dude, I just ate. Why did you do that?
And then Reigns and Ambrose will feud for a while. And then...
Bro, I just ate.
So, the primetime players versus the New Day versus Los Matadores versus
the Lucha Dragons?
The Lucha Dragons. My window was blocking the final one. The tag division really doesn't mean anything still. You would hate to see them take it off the players, but really, it's so start-stop.
It's their time to take it off the player. I think it's the players' time to shine. They will pin Los Matadores, or it'll be Titus pinning some sort of Matador, and Lucha and New Day fighting it out, and New Day flipping out and being generally gold, which, by the way, they have been continuously. And yes, Yankum, you were right. I will remind you once again that you were indeed right about the New Day. They have grown on me so much. And up, down, down, quite frankly, is one of the best gaming shows on YouTube today. I'm not just saying that to suck Xavier Woods' dick, but I'm saying that because it's actually genuinely funny, and I really enjoy it.
Woods is wood.
There you go.
I'm actually gonna go off the grid here and say the Lucha Dragons will win.
I don't see
that. And then immediately change my mind and say Los Matadores will win. And they will adopt a new mean streak, and Torito will smack around Woods at ringside, and there you go.
That would be funny.
Team Bella. Yes.
I would be okay with that. Turn the Matadores heel and let them eventually take the title, and then feud with the Lucha Dragons, and we can have mid-card Lucha in the middle of Raw.
Steal all the Lucha Underground and AAA stuff.
Right. Yeah, they should just put him in a cage and then just have a going through the whole thing, and it'll be Triple Media all over again.
So, Team Bella versus Team Bad versus PCB, which is still kind of a stupid name, in a 3-team elimination match.
Bad gets eliminated first, Bella pins Tamina, and then PCB goes over. Charlotte makes Nikki tap out again.
Yeah, I could see that. I think
because Sasha got her win on.
Yeah, that's true. Then you have to start getting into the actual Divas title with I guess Charlotte stating a claim against.
Charlotte's the one. Charlotte's the one to get the Divas title, and I think that they'll change it after Charlotte wins it.
So how about Ryback versus Big Show versus Miz? Finally,
I want this last 30 seconds, and I want Big Show to knock out Miz, and then Ryback shell shock Big Show, and 1, 2, 3, Ryback wins.
Yeah, I can't say I would hate that, to be honest.
Is Big Show a face again?
No, Big Show is just an asshole.
But he doesn't like the Miz.
He's just as face as the girls, and he's also just as heel as the girls too.
But he doesn't like the Miz, and the Miz is a bad guy, so that means that he's a good guy, right?
But he doesn't like Ryback either. So he's just Big Show.
I mean,
he's just Big Show, and Big Show has had 26 turns. I think that's the statistic I read. It was 26 turns.
It's not that much.
Over a course of 12 or 13 years, when one of those he wasn't wrestling, and probably another half to a full year of injury, total. Out of 15. I mean, come on, that's pretty bad. That's like once every 6 months. Or 8 months, or whatever.
Yeah.
Stephen Amell and Neville versus Stardust and King Barrett. I swear to God, if Amell's going to win and Neville's going to get the victory over Barrett, but that promo, no.
I am not a big fan of Arrow. I think I've made this clear on the show previously.
Yes.
So I won't go into how much I'm disturbed by the amount of things they change for no fucking reason. But that aside, this kind of looks okay for having a celebrity in the ring. Yeah.
Did you the Stardust King Barrett promo?
Yeah.
The King of the Galaxy? They're the best!
And Amell doesn't look tarded. Like some celebrities have.
No, he looks really good.
He's been training since April.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's not like where you have Leno get in the ring, and dear God, what a fucking atrocity
it'll be just as good as when Suzuki went in. Which was really good, if you remember, from WrestleMania.
She wasn't bad. She did that cheerleader elbow in the corner.
Right.
I think Amel's going to do a move. It's not going to be... He's not going to do the red arrow or anything. But he's going to do a move that makes everybody kind of be like, wow. And, I don't know what. Maybe he'll do like a shooting star press or something like that.
Ooh, yeah. The green arrow.
Or he could do a... what are some other moves with arrow in them?
I don't
Falcon Arrow. It'll be the Falcon Arrow.
Yeah.
Wait, it can't. Wait, what?
The Falcon Arrow? The suplex into the front slam?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there was a Falcon Arrow, I think, actually in the match that I'm going to suggest this week, which you all should watch. That was really good. But we'll get into that in a little bit here. But yeah, I got Neville and Amell winning.
So how about me too? How about Cena Rollins winner take all? Winner makes no sense.
This will end in a schmoz. There will be no winner. It'll be completely unclear, and we'll have to figure out what happens at Raw the next night. Literally, that's the ending. That's the ending. What it has to be. I don't see Cena winning number 16. I don't see Rollins coming out with the U.S. title. I think that with Cena's new merch, it suggests that his quest for number 16 will continue on. So there will be some sort of schmoz here.
Honestly, I could see them reprinting it with a 16, and that's how they got their extra pennies. But
you'd have a 1 week off where he's got Miami gear on, and he looks like a bottle of orange Gatorade.
No, I just think they would reprint it with 16, and so for the past 2 or 3 weeks where it said 15, and then once he wins, they'll reprint it with 16, and then everybody can buy it again with the 16.
That's pretty cynical there, Omega BR.
But anyway, I could actually see Rollins walking away with the U.S. title and then doing something similar to what I think Gunnar suggested before, where he simply just forfeits it and throws it away, and then
poo-poos on it, and then they have a tournament for it.
Right.
Or even just make it go away for a while, which would be kind of a dumb move, but not something I would put past them.
Right. So I remember looking it up and it says 15 on there.
He could totally troll and just hand it back to Rusev or something and be like, here, you can have this, but call it the fucking Russian Federation Championship or something, and then I don't know. I was trying to come up with something that would be interesting. Yeah, no.
Well, he doesn't
really
have any friends anymore. He kind of dumped Kane again, and J&J are kind of out of the picture, and then...
Oh, yes! That's what he does. He brings back J&J, and he hands the title to Noble, and then those two troll the fuck out of the mid-card, cheating to keep the title.
They could do like Lady Cool did with women's title, and
right?
Down the
break
middle.
It in half. Yeah, that would be funny. This is going to be ridiculous. One of them's going to hold it, the other one's going to be like, "It's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine."
And then they have a match, and
it's going to be a whatever it is coming up round or something.
Yeah. Noble's he wasn't actually injured, was he?
Yeah, he was.
I thought that was just a gimmick thing.
No, he got his lung was really punctured.
Oh man, that fucking sucks. Well, he'd probably be fine to go by now, though, wouldn't he? That was years ago.
He should be okay. It wasn't years ago. It was a month ago, I think.
No.
It was 2 months
talking
ago.
when he retired.
Oh, I got no idea. I'm
pretty sure when he retired, it was just a gimmick thing that
we're arguing about something that we shouldn't be arguing
it's
about.
Never gonna
Brock
happen.
Lesnar versus The Undertaker.
Oh, Taker's gonna kick him in the dick and win. Can we just take a moment to talk about how you're not supposed to go around and kick people in the dick because it's wrong?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gunnar, and hello. I would like to make a public service announcement about kicking people in the dick.
Do it! Don't kick people in the dick! It's wrong! Stop it.
That is all. Thank you very much.
I give you permission.
God damn it, Omega BR. Yeah, Undertaker's going to kick him in the dick and get disqualified, but still stomp the shit out of him. And then it'll go to no DQ match.
Logic dictates that Taker would win, but the way they've been playing it lately, with Taker sort of, smacking Lesnar around in the genital area, it kind of suggests a Lesnar win, actually.
Can you please rephrase that?
The way that Taker has been fondling Lesnar.
No, that's worse. God damn it.
In a violent, not pleasurable manner, suggests that Lesnar will be on top.
That's what she said.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm actually gonna make a bold prediction and say Lesnar will win, and Lesnar will be the that will kind of cement. Taker will sort of announce his retirement or fade away or whatever, and then Taker will maybe hopefully will get the match with Sting at 32.
Ooh.
Taker gets his win back, and then it's going to be Stingy and it's going to be Sting and Taker at 32. Yeah.
Yeah. What Gunner said, except for more kicking in the dick.
Yeah, there's going to be kicking in the dick. I think Lesnar will kick Undertaker in the dick, and he'll kick out at 2.
Does Undertaker have a dick?
Well, yeah, of course.
But he's like a supernatural being. What does he need a dick for?
Katie Vick.
Oh, God damn it. That was Kane.
Same difference.
No, but they're two separate people. They're completely different things. Kane is a demon.
Well, you've heard of Eskimo Sisters, right?
Oh, for the love of fuck. Can we move on? I was
Casket
hungry.
Casket Brothers.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we move on, please?
Alright, I'm hungry.
I was. Not anymore. I'm just going to get a soda. Maybe some bleach for my eyes if they'll let me borrow it from their cleaning supplies.
With the ratings, it's me. So Impact this week was 270,000 viewers, down 17%. ROH is down.
Fuck.
ROH is down 3,000 viewers. SmackDown 2.083 million, down 13% from 2.405 million, the lowest first-run audience in years outside holidays. Raw did 3.777 million viewers, down from last week's 3.838 million viewers. With the birthdays, Yank of DDS.
Hold on, because we should have put that Impact ratings in the news.
Not really. It's not really that bad. It's not their lowest.
17%. That's, I mean...
It's not... Yeah, it's just down 17%. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Impact. 17% is a fucking lot. Alright, so with the birthdays, let me go over this real quick to make sure that Gunner has not done anything crazy in here. Alright, for the 18th, we have Tom Pritchard. On the 19th, we have Lillian Garcia, Tim Horner, Chet Jablonski, Percy Watson. On the 20th, we have Duke the Dumpster Dressy, Byron Saxon, and Tori. On the 21st, we have the 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, in my format, it reads the 21st.
I did not do that. I didn't do it.
Nathan Jones, Gunner, is 21st. On the 22nd, Paul Ellerling, Neville, Stevie Ray, and Jay and Jimmy Uso. That should be Jimmy and Jay. Formatting. And finally on the 24th, we have Funaki, Rocky Johnson, and Vincent Kennedy. Fuck! McMahon.
Aren't you?
I gotta dumb myself down!
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, this week in wrestling history, circa 1951, where Frenchie Roy defeats Dale Haddock in Oregon to win the Pacific Coast Junior Heavyweight title. Jump to 1961, where a card held in Memphis, Tennessee at Ellis Auditorium featured the Golden Terror defeating Ken Hill. And in 1984, Gran Cochise defeats Satanico for the NWA World Middleweight title in Mexico City to end Satanico's fourth reign. And that was this weekend wrestling history.
Alright, and for Happy Trails to Meek Mill was given a cease and desist for the WWE over a diss track at Drake that sampled The Undertaker's theme. And Happy Trails to China, who was rumored to rush to Triple H at a funeral service for Roddy Piper and reportedly hugged him and whispered an apology. She also claimed recently that posing for Playboy cost her a potential world title run, which Dave Meltzer claims is pure fantasy. Alright. Yankum, is your points ready, or do you need me to stall a little bit more?
Give me just a minute.
Alright, so on WWEshop.com right now, there is $15 off shirts. They're $15 shirts. And there's a whole bunch of them. Like, wow, I can't believe that there are this many. Like, there's a Rated R Superstar one, Edge and Christian. Let's see here. A bunch of Macho Man ones, an old Shawn Michaels one. A bunch of crap. But you just remember, guys, we like tweeting on Twitter a little bit. SmarkSnark at twitter.com/SmarkSnark, and you can check us out there. So I'm gonna go there right now and see if there's anybody that says hello. Oh, that's right. Omega, wasn't there fighting back? Wasn't there the yearly fighting back thing this weekend? This past weekend?
Yes, there was this past weekend. Shamefully, we've neglected to bring it up on the broadcast, but as far as I know, you can still donate. Go to, let me bring it up here.
Well, while Omega's bringing that up, let me go ahead and give you guys the points. Let's see here. First off, we have 271 points going to NetJester for not being here. Good job, buddy. Keep it up. Then we have 15 points to Omega BR for apology. The apology is accepted and then rescinded, and I guess accepted again. Then 10 more points to Omega BR for that transition between the first and second stories. Top-notch work. 5 points to Gunner for the Sarah Lee joke. Ha ha, top cake. Minus 20 points to Omega BR.
Top cake, I get it.
Yeah, I thought you might like that one. Minus 20 points to Omega BR for jinxing us for the Ambrose joining the Wyatt family thing. If that happens, I swear to God, I will burn this whole thing to the ground. 15 points to Gunner for admitting that I'm right again, which he should do more often. 5 points to Omega BR with the something about Lucha. I should take better notes. We do want that. Oh yeah, the thing with the dragons and we want that on WWE. 10 points to Gunner for bringing up that Big has had 26 turns. We are the least watched factual show on the internet. And then minus 5 points to Omega BR for applying logic ever. We don't do that here. It's wrestling. So that brings us to NetJester with a total of 271 points for the episode, Gunner with 30 points for the episode, and Omega BR with 5 points for the episode, bringing us to totals of... Scrolling up... Gunner with negative 47 points, Omega BR with 83 points, and NetJester with negative 10,097.
That's so bad. What should we watch?
What should we watch? this week?
Yes. Yank 'em. We'll get to the plug thing in a minute.
Okay, let's see. I didn't get to watch much wrestling this week, but I did get to see bits and pieces of Raw, and I believe there was a Charlotte Flair match going on at one point that I had to get up and sit back down. So I'm going to watch that one again because I love Charlotte Flair. I am a little disturbed by how much she
Charlotte Flair? Are you trying to say Charlotte versus someone, or are you just saying Charlotte Flair? Because it's just Charlotte.
Her match. Charlotte had a match with. Yes, it was. It was a Bella. God knows I don't know which one's which without looking at their tits, and then after that,
it was actually Sasha Banks versus Nikki Bella this week, and Sasha got the win.
I swear, Charlotte had a match. Maybe I'm thinking of
maybe Charlotte. Was it Charlotte? I don't know who was Charlotte was facing again. You know what? Week, I think.
Let's do this. Go back and watch your favorite Trish Stratus match. How about that?
2006. Fuck. Which one was it? WrestleMania Mickey or June?
That was a good match.
Or June against Lita in her retirement.
Ooh. Both.
There you go. Omega, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I'm gonna say go watch Akeem.
Akeem?
Yes.
Akeem.
I feel like he's making fun of me, maybe.
A little bit. Probably.
No, I go watch Survivor Series 88, I think it was, where I think it was Akeem and Big Boss Man and Red Rooster and Haku and I think they fought the Mega Powers.
That's bad. You should watch this week. Actually, the G1 tournament just finished up. I believe Nakamura won, didn't he? Am I right about that?
Sure.
No, it was Hiroshi Tanahashi.
It was Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Tanahashi. We were
so my suggestion this week of the match that you might have missed was Michael Elgin against Tomohiro Ishii, which saw the Falcon Arrow off the top rope from two of the hardest hitting guys in the business today. That would be the match that I would suggest you watch. All right, so that's it, I think. So talk about this fighting back thing for people who don't know.
Well, again, it's the Fighting Back Wrestling with Cancer donations to hopefully find a cure after Stinky the homeless guy up there in Canada land sadly passed from it. They do it every year. They had the event this past weekend. Look out for any promotion for that, perhaps on digital video disc and such. As always, you can donate by going to fighting-back.ca and click the donate button, or simply send your PayPal funds to fighting-back@hotmail.com.
All right. So thank you very much for listening, everybody. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/SmarkSnark, twitter.com/SmarkSnark. You can email us at smarksnark@gmail.com. You can also give us a phone call. That's 812-408-9666 or 812-408-WOO. I'm doing that without looking at the number this time. I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, you failed miserably. Next time, just look at the damn number. And
wait, 408-9666, isn't it?
812-408-9666.
There you go. All right, so that's it for this week.
Wait, it's not. The one quick thing, I'm changing my match.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. What match now?
The Giant versus Ming. WCW Nitro.
Okay. That works.
9/14/98.
Why that match?
Why the fuck not?
Alright, that works. Beyond the one that you're watching right now. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening, everybody, and we wish you well in your past, present, and future endeavors.
Good night, Dorchester.